Alright guys, good afternoon or good evening from Warsaw, and the building that is in front of you here is the Palace of Culture and Science. We have the Dramatical Theatre here, and it was built in 1948-49 as a gift from Stalin to the Polish people at the time. Yeah, so it is an absolutely gorgeous Sunday afternoon, Sunday evening here in Warsaw. So, good afternoon, good evening to you all. Okay, and I have arrived here in Warsaw, the capital of Poland, the big daddy of them all. Indeed it is. And for those who have joined rather late, yeah, this is a very, very well-known landmark here in Warsaw, the Palace of Culture. Okay, as I mentioned, it was built from 1947-48, sometime around that late 40s, and just going to give you a panorama of Warsaw right in the city center. Okay, so yes, it is indeed, guys. Let's go up and have a bit of a closer look at this very, very famous building. Apologies guys, I don't have a gimbal. All the shops here are closed on Sundays. So there we have it. It's going to show you the Palace of Culture. And as I mentioned, it was a gift from Joseph Stalin to the people of Poland. Built in the late 40s, early 1950s, 48, 49, there or thereabouts, soon after the war. Yeah. And the Poles have been debating whether or not to actually take it down, demolish it, but that would be an absolute crime because I think it's a beautiful building. And kind of looks like something out of Gotham City, Batman. Yeah. Okay. Alright, so let's move on, guys. And yeah, some obelisk there. And we'll take you on a bit of a walk around Warsaw city centre. It is, after all, guys, a beautiful Sunday afternoon, Sunday evening here. The weather here has been absolutely fantastic. Will be for the next day or two. And then we're going to go back into, well, the autumn weather. So that is the weather forecast for the next few days, guys. And well, let's turn around the camera to myself. Okay, so that building behind me, indeed it is, what a landmark. It's the most well-known landmark here in Warsaw. Just behind me there, yeah, the Palace of Culture, the Palace of Sports. And just come in, first chat, Scrapping Irish. Hi all, yes, good evening to you, Scrapping. Tell us where you are messaging me from. Scrapping Irish. Yeah. Tell us where you are. And I'm in the city centre, guys. That's where I am at the moment. Vlogging to you live from Warsaw, the capital of Poland, as such. Okay, so I'm going to take you guys on a bit of a journey in towards Nowy Smart in the city centre. Oh yes, he's from Mayo, County Mayo. Yes, I was up there once. I was in Westport many years ago, in Westport in County Mayo. Nice part of the world. There's a Castlebar as well. Yes, so beautiful part of the world. Dublin, Diedit the Cara. Let's talk to enough. Tá on I'm sure calling. So fallen. Enough. It's Misha. Enough. Warsaw. Yeah. So it's a bit of Gaelic Irish for you guys. Just telling you where I am. Okay. So let's move on, guys. It's been kind of coming down. It's a bit of a dodgy ground here. So let me just point the camera in front of you. Okay. Let's move on, guys. Okay, so Ray, good afternoon. Now, just watching the Arsenal game while listening to you. Ray, yes, good afternoon to you. Ray, Mr. Muscles, coming in from the UK. Yes, the UK. So yeah, Arsenal. So Arsenal are playing today. Big game going on in the EPL. Okay, so Arsenal, the EPL. So haven't really been following the Premier League over the last while or so. Okay. So anyhow, let me just looking. Oops, go under the road, and I'm going to get you guys onto the other side. Okay, all right. Welcome to Warsaw. Yes, indeed. So I think I've actually stumbled into the wrong place. Thereabouts. Anyway, so just bear with me, guys. Yes, you will love it here, Mr. Partisan. I hope I do, actually. By the way, a lot more going on here than in Minsk. So yeah, I've just actually come out from the wrong way, so I have to go back up the steps. I'm still a bit unfamiliar to this place. Okay, so welcome to all of you guys as I take you on a live stream here in Warsaw, the capital of Poland. Yeah, up here, so I've got to go up here, and I'm going to take you down towards Nowy Świat. Oops, that's where I'm going to take you guys, right here, right now. And yeah, a lot of stuff happening here in Warsaw. I was out last night with a friend of mine, Victor, a friend of mine from Belarus. We met about 5 or 6 years ago, and kept in contact, kept in touch, and went out for a few beers. So yeah, a bit of a bar crawl last night, different bars, and we went to a bar that is frequented by the Belarusian diaspora. Good to be amongst you know, people who are familiar again. And coming in there, Ted Kelly, hello from Lucan. Hello to you, Ted. From Lucan. So yeah, more buildings here. Novotel. And yeah, that big building there. Yes, indeed it is. All right, so anyway, Stephen Grant said only an hour in the difference between Warsaw and Waterford. Some difference in the daylight. Yeah, there is. Massive difference. And I think we're going to have it's going to get dark very, very quickly here. So I decided that this would be the best time to have a live stream before I go somewhere to eat and yeah, retire for the night. Okay. So anyway, more people coming on. So just waiting to cross the lights here. Keep your comments coming in, guys. Okay, keep the comments coming in. And yeah, don't forget to please share, like, and subscribe, and support the channel by clicking on the super chats below the bottom right hand corner. B-Boy Zam, welcome. Yeah, I wonder if you are Polish. He said, how long are you going to be in Warsaw? Well, the plan is to be here for the next week or so, because I have some business here to do in Warsaw. And I'm staying in the city centre. That's where I'm staying, in an apartment in the city centre. So that's where I'm staying. So I'll be here for the next until about Saturday at least. So that's the latest from me anyway. So yeah, so far so good. I like it here in Warsaw. It's a nice city, by the way, guys. And myself and my friend, we were walking around last night on a pub crawl around the city centre, and I can't believe how super safe it is here. High trust society. You can walk around at any time. The police of course have the omnipresence in the capital city, but in all fairness, like, you know, it's super safe around here. Okay, so we're going to go down into one of the main shopping districts here. Okay, so we're right coming in slap bang into the center of Warsaw. Okay, so yeah, so just behind me, guys, is the shopping center, one of the main shopping centers here. And the thing about it is that in Poland, a lot of these shopping centers, they close completely on Sundays. So no Sunday trading in Poland, especially here in Warsaw. Although the supermarkets are open. And yeah, so tell you where I am right now. I'm on Kimelna Street, ulica Kimelna, and this is one of the main streets. We got bars, we got restaurants. Okay, and yeah, a lot of stuff going on here. So bars, restaurants are open, of course, on Sundays, which is good, because I will be going to a bar or restaurant later on. All right, Ted Kelly, how does the cost of living compare with Belarus? Of course, Poland is a lot more expensive than in Belarus, a lot more expensive. So you'd be talking about, if you're going to rent an apartment here in the city centre, at least 800 to 1,000 euros a month. Whereas in Minsk, I was paying $300 a month for my apartment. So it's a lot more expensive here. It's catching up. And of course, fueled partly by the conflict in Ukraine. Of course, it's pushing up food prices, fuel prices as well, and also large influx of Ukrainians coming to Poland. And so yeah, so it's kind of it is getting expensive here. But if you know what to do, there are deals on Booking.com and Airbnb, you know, where you can stay for ridiculous sum like 25 or 30 euros a night in the city centre, which is good. Okay, Bree said, will you be touring a few other Polish cities into the side? I might be, actually, yes. So I have friends all over Poland, in Wrocław, Krakow and Gdansk as well. So it might be a good idea to check out some other Polish cities as well, you know, because ever since I did my first, you know, live stream in Łódź, I have been inundated with people contacting me, asking me to come and visit them. So yeah, it's kind of hard to decide where exactly I want to permanently live. You know, who knows? So it can be here. I like it in Warsaw, and that's why I'm here in Warsaw, because I have some business here to do within the next week. That's why I'm here. And yeah, then I'm going back to Poznan probably next weekend. Go back to my friend Roman, because he lives in Poznan. Okay, yeah. So I'll be here for the next few days at least, probably next Friday or Saturday. So it's about 5 to 6 days I'll be here in Warsaw. Oops. Apologies, guys, for the jumpiness. I tried to look for a gimbal today, but all the shops here are closed. Alright. Dennis Martinez said, I love Russia, no fat women, no hair dye, just traditional people. Yeah, I agree as well, guys. I agree as well. Here, you can also find many traditional women here as well, who don't have pink hair, purple hair, tattoos all over them, or confused about their gender. So yeah, check it out, guys. Poland is a good spot, I have to say. Ricky Rizwan, hello, salam from Indonesia. Hello to you, Ricky. in Indonesia. I think you are in Java, Indonesia. A good friend of mine is actually there at the moment. I think he's there. The Australian from Belarus. I met him in Belarus last summer while he was living there, while I was living there. Okay, and yeah. So I think we are anyway. Okay, so okay, moving on then. Bryce said, Mr. Bold just did a video from Ukraine with Johnny. What about meeting up with them for a collaboration? Well, first off, I would not be allowed into Ukraine because I have Belarusian stamps in my passport. Temporary residency stamps, long-term stamps in my passport, and I would not be allowed to enter Ukraine. And here we have a bookstore. It's Sunday evening after all, so I would not be allowed to, into Ukraine with the Belarusian stamps in my passport. So that's why I wouldn't go to Ukraine. And also there's a war going on there at the moment, so that's why I wouldn't actually meet up with Bold and Johnny. And I've never met Johnny FD before in my life, so I don't know Johnny. But I do talk to Mr. Bold, talk to him on a regular basis. I text him, phone him, and yeah, we might meet up. He knows I'm here, he knows I'm in Poland, and yeah, he might swing by.
Same in Poland?
In Warsaw. Okay, so who knows, he might do that. Alright. So, Roger Paradox, slánta me by, slánta to you. Agus go mara to an chéad. Yeah. He said hi, and Atha also said hi. Atha, tell us where you are texting us from. Okay, let me just okay, so we're moving down towards Novi Swat. Okay. Alright, let me just head down towards Novi Swat. And this is the area where I am staying currently at the moment, in the apartment. Good old Airbnb, guys. What do we do without it? So yeah, this is Novi Swat, one of the main streets, whoops, here in Warsaw. Okay, let me just move the camera around. Oops. I need to get a gimbal. I had planned to get a gimbal today, but unfortunately, no gimbals. Okay, so yeah, this is a Sunday evening here in Warsaw, and it's getting very dark, guys. I don't really want to, film in the dark. Okay. Oops. Okay, alright guys, so if you like the stream, please share, like and subscribe. And also, if you want to support the channel, you can do so with the super chat at the bottom right hand corner. So, keep the lights on, as I say. Okay, Lucky Chucky said, you're in Warsaw, misheard it. Yes, I am in Warsaw, the capital of Poland. Okay, and I am on Novi Swat, near where I'm staying, by the way, guys. So yeah, a lot going on, a lot happening. Okay. All right. So as mentioned earlier, I went on a bit of a pub crawl earlier on. Whoops. And I think I might go for a Polish night. Tonight, traditional Polish food and cuisine. Thanks. Okay, so some guy handing out some flyers on Novi Swat. Okay. Nice sharp man, yes. It's extremely hot today. About 28, 29 degrees Celsius. That's why I wear white. because it's very difficult to wear black, dark colours on an extremely hot day. Okay, so yeah, down Novi-Svat Street. Oops, yeah, I need a gimbal. Okay, nice shot, man. Thank you very much. Lucky said, my friend has been to Krakow. I've never been to Krakow before in my life. Never been there in my life. Never been to Krakow. So I don't know exactly what to expect if I do go there. However, I also have some friends in Krakow as well. Okay, so I have some friends in Krakow, and yeah, might go down and say hello to them. Roger said, damn good thinking, good day for a beer. Yes, it is. So after this live stream, I'm gonna go and go for a beer. That's what I'm gonna do. Oops. Yeah, need a beer and a nice bite to eat. So yeah, it's quite crowded here on a Sunday evening. The weather is absolutely fantastic. All right. Okay. Okay, let's see. Mo said hello, and Woody says, what's the feeling regarding Russian incursions? There's nobody, I haven't heard any comment about it. People just trying to get on with their lives. That's if the incursions ever took place. Okay, Chris says, do you still talk to Bold? Of course I do. Bold is a good friend of mine. Frequently in contact with him. And yeah, who knows? Perhaps he might swing by here to Warsaw, because I think he's in Ukraine at the moment. I'll give him a text, swing by for a couple of beers, just like the old days in old Minsk. Yep. And Mo said, bro, where are you? I'm in Warsaw. Warsaw in Poland, the capital city of Poland. It's a population of about 2.5 million people. And yeah, a lot more going on than in Minsk. A lot more happening in Minsk. And yeah, police van there. So that is Novi-Svat Street, right in the center of Warsaw. Yeah, we're in Poland. Yes, we are. We are in Poland, guys. Okay. Yep, that's where I am. In Poland, in Warsaw. Yep. And some more comments coming in. Okay. Lucky says, Poland has some nice cafes, I think. I've never been there, but I always wanted to visit Germany, Austria, and Poland. Yeah, that was a good time. Why not? Yeah, visit Poland. Good idea to do so. Okay. Yeah, you can. And Lucky said, it's almost Oktoberfest time too. Yes, indeed. So, if you want, get yourself to Bavaria for the Oktoberfest. I think it's the next week or two it's starting. I'm not sure. Oktoberfest, though some people say it's actually overrated. Yeah. Okay. Then Chris said, you have a good narrating voice and interesting channel. Thank you very much, Chris. Just to say, guys, if you want to support the channel, you can please do so. Please share, please like, please subscribe, please comment. And also, there's a super chat on the bottom right hand corner of the screen if you want to donate to the channel. Keep the lights on, as they say. Okay, Kevin Burke, what's your favorite Polish food? That's a very good question. Well, like Polish kolbaski, pierogi, żuk, Jurek. The soup is really, really nice. I had that in Łódź, and I enjoy that, I have to say. I like Polish cuisine, kind of like similar to Belarusian and Central European. Okay, so, and he said, he asked me, you in Warsaw? Well, here's a clue for you. Solidarność. Yes, I am in Poland. I'm in Warsaw. That is the Solidarity Trade Union monument. I am in Poland, by the way. Okay, so Lucky said, can't remember how I found you, but I think I searched YouTube for Belarus travel. You were discussing your flat conditions and what brand of mobile phone and mobile people use there. Yeah, that was then. This is now. So guys, unfortunately, I am not, though. I'm no longer in Belarus. So I'm just in Poland, doing some business at the moment. That's what I'm doing. Okay, let's head up towards the city center. All right. Yeah, and on a beautiful, beautiful Sunday evening here in Warsaw, the capital of Belarus. Okay. Okay, would you consider living in Slovakia or Hungary? Yeah, I would actually. Slovakia, not so. Because I heard that Bratislava is a bit of a boring city. It's a bit kind of too laid back for my liking. But I visited Budapest twice. The last time I was in Budapest was about 15 years ago. And I thought I actually enjoyed Budapest. And moreover, it's very clean, very historic, and very safe city as well. But the economy in Hungary isn't going through the best at the moment. So yeah, maybe Hungary. Why not? Okay. So Moa said, "Beautiful place. Wow, bro. Thank you very much. I presume by your name, Moa, you are in New Zealand." Okay. And so look, he said, when will you feel the autumn weather there? Is it the first day of autumn here? It's the first day of autumn here in the United States. So in relation to the weather, yeah, I kind of like felt it there last week, during the week in Poznan. But we're having our Indian summer here at the moment, or as they say in Bulgaria, Baba Leta, our granny summer. Okay, so yeah. Yeah, so Lucky also asked me, what brand of mobile do you use to like this live stream? Hang on a second. So I use an Honor phone, Honor 50 phone. I bought it back in 2022. It's about 3 years old. And I think I might buy myself a new phone as such. Yep. Okay. So this is what I use. It's an Honor phone, Honor 50. I bought it in Minsk back in September, October 2022. So it's about 3 years old. I bought it, and it's like only yesterday. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, Chris says beautiful women in Slovakia and Budapest. I'm sure they are. Yes, I've been to Hungary. And hang on a second, let me cross the road here. And on one of my trips to Budapest, I had a summer romance with a lady from Pécs. Katerina was her name. All the way back in 2007, 2008, I had a summer fling, a summer romance with a local Hungarian lady, Katerina from Pécs. Okay, so yeah, long time ago it was, but I will go back to Budapest maybe sometime in the near future. Okay, That's not too bad. I use Google One myself and it works okay. Which car brand are there in the street? Many European brands like Volkswagens. It's like any other Western country. You also have your Japanese brands like as well. There's a Mercedes over there. So yeah, you've Kia brand, Mercedes, and yeah, so Western and Japanese brands mainly, because the days of the Polonaise FSOs are gone, and the Maloks, the Fiat Polskis. That street there, where I am right now, this is Copernicus Street. Okay, so that's the street where I'm staying at the moment, guys. So Poznanka Street. Yeah, Japanese. Yeah, so that's what's happening at the moment. Okay, let's cross the road because it's getting dark here, guys. Alright, let's go walking down. We're going to a bit of a walk. Exploration walk. Oops. Around Warsaw. X-Rice, why don't you live in Belarus anymore? Okay, well, I actually explained this before as to why I don't live in Belarus anymore. So I used to live in Belarus and I used to work for an IT company there, and I got laid off at the end of March this year. And because I lived and worked in Belarus for 10 years and you know, I had an extra 3 months just to chill out, relax, and I left Belarus on the 5th of July this year, finally. So that's what happened. I got laid off in my work and I had 3 months left in the country after that as a tourist, and that's exactly what I did. I did a bit of a job hunt in Belarus, but unfortunately no such luck, guys. No such luck whatsoever. Okay, it's evening. Yes, it is in the evening. So it's about, let me just check my watch, guys, to check the time. So right now it is just nearly 6:45 on a Sunday evening here. And I think this is a cul-de-sac. Okay, so maybe I have to go back up. Okay. I think it's a cul-de-sac. Hang on a second. I don't know where I'm going. Maybe there is a way down here. Okay. Let us go through the courtyard. Okay. This little building down around here. Hang on. And as you can see, a lot of leaves on the ground already, so we are coming into autumn as such. Yeah. Por ahí, ¿no? Por ahí. Sorry. Okay, this is I'm in a strange courtyard of an old building, so I'm going to go back out. Okay, and I think there's a way down around here. Okay, let's go back up to about where I'm staying up around here, and we go back out onto the main street, one of the main streets here in Warsaw, because I'm after stumbling down a neighborhood, and it's getting very, very dark. Okay, as Moa said, there are many beautiful tall women walking in the street, but I should not flirt with. Yeah, a lot of nice ladies here, guys. And if you have your game together, if you have your act together, you can meet these lovely ladies. You can do. Okay, there's a school. Some guys playing basketball or football inside. All right. Chris said, how about living in Estonia or Latvia? Well, I'll be honest, I've never been to Estonia or Latvia, and I'm not sure how I would take to either country. But I've been to Lithuania quite a lot. I quite like Vilnius, and moreover, it's also quite close to Belarus. Now, as you know, guys, speaking of Belarus, what's happening at the moment? The Polish authorities, what's going on is that they have closed the border between Poland and Belarus, and this is because of it was last Thursday. I think it was the 12th of September. So what happened is that Poland closed the border between them and Belarus. So there are no buses between Warsaw and Minsk. So there was one crossing, that was the Tiraspol into Brest, and that is now closed. So the only ways you can get into Belarus now from the European Union is via two border crossings for Lithuania, and also there's one into Latvia. So if you're looking to come to Belarus from Poland, you're going to have to take a diversion from Warsaw to Vilnius or Riga. Yeah, so that's what's happened. So you probably know the latest news between Belarus and Warsaw. But it's Poland. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so let's move on. Getting back into civilization, guys. Okay, so look, you said back to your Hungary thing. I have a thing for Armenian girls. Armenian girl who's a half Iranian, so hoping that goes well for me. Well, the best of luck to you. I've never actually dated women from the Caucasus region, so I don't know what to expect there, but I presume that they will be a lot more conservative than women, say, from say Russia, Ukraine, or Belarus. You know, that is my experience, basically. I have dated, and I have had relationships with women from, as I call it, the three Slavic sisters. Okay, so, but not from the Caucasus, and I presume that would be a totally different experience. Okay, so yeah. So behind me, some dude smashed his glass off the ground. All right. Yeah, she's US born, but very into our Armenian roots. Yeah, well, maybe she will be a little bit more open. Okay. Yeah. Thanks, mate. No worries at all. So yeah, any bit of advice, comments, or anything like that, guys? Okay, let's get back onto the main thoroughfare. Okay. Yeah. One thing that you do notice here is that there are a lot of foreigners here. A lot of foreigners. Like, this is a major EU city. However, Poland is a lot more strict on immigration than a lot of other European countries, especially my own country. It's quite liberal when it comes to migrants and so on and so forth. Okay. All right. 1 second. Is X says, is your dismissal related to the worsening economic situation in Belarus? It's not just in Belarus, it's basically all over. So the Russo-Ukrainian war has affected world economies, especially in the IT industry, and the COVID, I can't say that, but the Mexican beer madness and the Mexican beer lockdown didn't exactly help matters either. And yes, it was interrelated. It was indeed. So if the war hadn't have happened, I would still be living and working in Belarus. But it happened, guys. That's exactly it happened. So there's nothing I can actually do about it, you know. Yeah, but a number of things happened. Of course, you had the protests in Belarus back in 2020, which I have made a video on this channel as part of the members chat, and also you had the Mexican beer madness. Yeah, for the time, the lockdowns, you had mask madness, everything. And I think the hammer blow, of course, was the Russo-Ukrainian war. That was the hammer blow as such. So economic situations, particularly in the IT industry, of course, it's now starting to recover again. So who knows? I might actually find a similar role here in Poland, and if not, well, I can always go back home and see exactly what is happening, or retrain, recalibrate, and come back bigger, better, and stronger. Okay, so I'm still in the center, guys. You know, and you just see how safe it is around here. Everybody just walking around, just enjoying themselves, having a stroll on a Sunday evening here in Warsaw. I want to keep the stream going for another while, so you can join me. Okay. Okay, so Moa said, I hope Warsaw is a peaceful place. Yes, it is a lovely place. Very, very peaceful. I'm going to stop the camera. And yeah, people cycling on the street. No hassle, no bothers, no problems at all whatsoever. And we have some people over there at a restaurant, just relaxing. Yeah, it is dusk here at the moment. Chris said, can you monetize your channel now that you've left Belarus, or start another channel? Okay, so let me answer that question. All right, so what happened there was, in December last year, my channel got demonetized because I was based in Belarus. And so when I left Belarus, I had to set up a new Google AdSense account to ensure that I was based in Ireland, and I was remonetized because of that. So since I left Belarus, my channel has been monetized. This means that I earn money anytime I upload a video, and or anytime I have a live stream, and also you can send me a super chat to support the channel. Now there's a dollar symbol, or pound or euro symbol, on the bottom right hand corner of the screen, and you can make a donation to the channel if you want to keep the lights on, and if you are appreciative of my work. Okay, so yeah, I am re-monetized. Okay, let's cross the road. Yeah, so I'm re-monetized, guys, so you can donate and you can support the channel. All right. Okay, so yeah, lovely building there in the flags, the colors of Poland, white and red. Okay, let's cross the street. Not yet, though. Yeah. Guys, by the way, I have a good friend of mine. He's name is Igor, and if you want, you can support his channel, a guy by the name of Igor in Russia, and he does a lot of these live streams. By the way, all right. So if you are joining me late, good evening from Warsaw, the capital of Poland. If you are joining me late, all right. So it's a beautiful Sunday evening here. Going to wrap up the week here. I arrived in Warsaw there yesterday, and last night went out with a friend of mine. He's from Belarus, Victor, and we went on a bit of a pub crawl around the city centre, and that was actually quite good. I enjoyed that. Okay, let's get across the road. Okay. Let's go for a little stroll. Yeah. No, it's about tonight. It's a beautiful evening for a stroll here in Warsaw. Absolutely gorgeous evening. We've been having some absolutely fantastic weather here, but this is the last weekend of the really, really good weather that we've been having, which is unusual, by the way. So it's like an Indian summer, or a babaleta if you are in Bulgaria. Chestita babaleta. Yeah. Okay. Oh, it's city life, guys. The sound of sirens. All right, somebody's in a bit of trouble. We got the police. Yep. Oops. Bit of a problem with the coppers. There's more. Two paddy wagons, guys, gone up the road. So the police are a bit busy tonight here in Warsaw. Okay. All right. Yeah, that's happening at the moment. Okay, let's move across here. This park. All right, guys. If you have any comments, anything to add, please feel free to do so. Because if not, I'll shut down the live stream. Oh yeah, we've got another police car. Oh. Yeah. X says, have you heard about the closed border between Poland and Belarus? Such events will further damage the economy there. Yes, I have. I've actually addressed it earlier in the video. You must have stepped out. So as you know, guys, Poland shut the border with Belarus earlier in the week. I think it was on Thursday, and ostensibly it was about the Zapad military exercises between Belarus and Russia that are taking place in Belarus. I think they've ended the Zapad, and so, and also as well a bit regarding the migrants, but I don't believe this. I think it's just it's Poland acting on behalf of the deep state, putting pressure on Belarus, and particularly on China, because as you know, the Belt and Road Initiative from China passes right through Europe, which was Eurasia, and the Polish-Belarusian border is the main route, and China is not happy, and yes, it is going to severely damage the economies in a number of European countries to the tune of something like, what, 25, 30 billion euros. So not a big, that's a big sum of money. So yeah, that is the situation right now. The Belarusian-Polish border is closed. And it is closed until further notice. Unfortunately, that's just the way it is. And that's what's happening, guys. So if you want to get to Belarus from the west, from the European Union, you will have to do the land border from Lithuania. So Lithuania and Latvia still have their land borders open with Belarus. But for how long, I have absolutely no idea as such. And there has been talk that both Lithuania and Latvia will close the border, which means that the only way, if that does happen, the only way you'll be able to get into Belarus will be from Istanbul, via Istanbul, Turkey. The long way around, a more expensive way around, as you saw. Okay, so yeah, that's the latest anyway from that. Okay, let's have a look. New comments coming in. Creepy Pig says Warsaw. Yes, it is Warsaw. Sabert said they're looking for a certain partisan. Are they? Well, they know where I am. I'm currently live streaming. That's what I'm doing. If they're looking for me. All right. So many songs. Is that Warsaw or the Bronx? Yeah. It is Warsaw. It is indeed. Will Carey, good evening to you, Will. Tell us where you are calling from. And Chris said, I visited Dingle, Cork, Kerry and Belfast. Beautiful land. I love the Irish full breakfast. Well, so do I. That's what I miss, guys. I miss the Irish breakfast. Oh, I just can't seem to get it in this part of the world for some reason. Okay. I'm just passing a cafe. I've come off the main street. I'm just wandering to the neighborhood. Okay, let's go back out onto the main thoroughfare. Okay, so yeah, so Will Carey saying good night. Yeah, good night to you. So I'll stay online for another few minutes, guys, and then I will go to a restaurant to have a bite to eat and round off the Sunday. Yeah, I might go to an Italian, or I might go to Polish. Have a Polish bite. Bit of a Polish Sunday evening dinner. All right. Yeah. So I'm heading back, guys, out onto the main street again. And I will leave it at that. So it's good to have a Sunday evening chat. I actually like these live streams. And it seems like it's actually the way to go on the channel, you know, because I uploaded a number of videos, 3 videos here from Łódź. And they haven't actually generated a lot of interest, unfortunately. So please check them out, guys. So I did a number of food o'clocks. I did 2 food o'clocks in Łódź. And also did the Jewish hotel. So check those videos out, guys. Check them out. Okay. So it'll be a good idea if you check them out. Okay. Okay, so Mr. Merwan Kamal said hi. Okay, so Moa said, where are your home? You're far from there. I'm about 10 minutes walk from where I'm staying at the moment. Okay, next one, Dan said, have you visited the Uprising Museum since you've been there? No, I haven't, Dan. Thanks for the shout out, but I will visit the Uprising Museum. Definitely will do that. I'm a historian. Okay, don't forget that beer. Sounds like a plan. Take care, man. Thank you very much. Roger says, Mazel Tov. It's Hebrew. Yes, that's in reference to the Jewish hotel that I stayed in Warsaw. Okay. All right. Let's get back out on the main street again. Got a bit too quiet for my liking. Okay. Next one then. Why don't you plan to work in your home country? Won't you earn more than in Central Eastern Europe? Well, you will earn more in Ireland, but the problem is the cost of living at the moment is sky high. And if you work in Central or Eastern Europe, you get a pretty okay job. You will have a better quality of life. You'll be able to save as such, so you just get a better quality of life. Whereas if I went back to Dublin, whatever, I wouldn't be able to live in Dublin because the rents are so high. It's dangerous there. So that's the problem. Okay, Sean said, awesome seeing the city. I traveled to it so many times, I miss it so much. Well, I'm glad I'm making your Sunday, Sean. And you're coming in from South Africa. Greetings to you in South Africa. It'll soon be summer. It's probably spring already in South Africa. And you probably heard of Kino Eve, French vlogger, who's there at the moment on his tricycle. Okay. And Sabbath said you need to find a remote job. Yes, absolutely. That's what I need to do. And yes, can you work remote from Ireland while living in Eastern Europe? Some jobs can do that, but not a lot. And there's tax reasons as well. Remember that if you work remotely, if you work for an Irish company and you work remotely in Europe, you could be subject to double taxation. So you've got to be very, very careful about that. Okay. Roger says, I'm German on my dad's side. Well, there you go. Why don't you visit the homeland? The fatherland. Someday. MKV says, is that Belarus? No, it's not Belarus. I'm in Warsaw, Poland. That's where I am here on this Sunday evening in Warsaw as such. All right. Okay, so let's get back out, guys, onto the main street. And I'm going to round it off. I'm going to have a bite to eat sometime. Okay. Because I'm hungry. I had a light breakfast this morning, but one thing I noticed that when it comes to very warm weather, I don't tend to eat a lot. For obvious reasons, just can't eat or anything. So it's can be a bit of a pain, really. Okay. Like I said, I'm German on my dad's side. So Japanese on my mom's side. So there you go, German, Japanese. Yeah. You're from Japany. Yeah. Hello to those in Japany. Okay. Emmett McCaffrey said, are you living in Poland now? I'm in Poland at the moment, but I'm not living in Poland. So I'm here on business as such. Okay. Yes, don't forget, thank you, Thomas. Push the likes, guys. If you like this stream, please share, please like, please subscribe. And yeah, and also if you want to support the channel, you can do so, because there is a super chat down the bottom right hand corner of the screen. Okay, push the likes, guys, and also push the notification bell as well, so that you are notified when I do upload a video as such. And I will be uploading a video next week, but it won't be a live stream. It'll be something a bit of a different topic as such. Okay, that's the Novotel. All right, let's get back in on the main street. I can just see it ahead of me. Okay. Roger said, love you, Celtic cousin Ishmael Slanta from Isaac. Yeah, thank you for that. Okay, let me take you guys out, back out in the main street. And we're going to end it then for the evening because I'm hungry and I want a bite to eat. Might go to an Italian or Polish. Okay. All right. Let's get back out. So I'll take you on a bit of a walk, a bit of a stroll, guys, around the neighborhood, centre of Warsaw, on a Sunday evening here. Okay. All right. And police sirens as we end 1 week. All right. Okay, guys. All right. So we're back onto the main thoroughfare. Okay, here in Warsaw. Just over an hour since I began this. All right. So I said I'd just do 1 hour. Okay, the Portuguese came to Japan in medieval times. Yes, they did. And it was the 16th century they came. And after the 15th century, they began their exploration. Okay, all right, guys. So let's leave it at that for today. I'm hungry. I want to go and get a bite to eat. It's Sunday evening. I'm going to round off the weekend here. So from me, the Irish Partisan, it is do widzenia. Goodbye. Slanga Fall from the centre of Warsaw. All right, it's a beautiful Sunday evening, guys. So take care. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. And I will see you sometime soon. So from Warsaw, it is do widzenia. And if you want to show delicious food, you can do so. I have an Instagram. It's at Irish Partisan. Take care. Bye-bye.